Thank you so much for joining me on my little podcast for the love of doing good. I'm really excited to have you join me today to chat because, I feel like all of my guests are going to come back and this is going to be a longer conversation at some point.
I
Yeah.
hope so. Thanks for having me, Tasha.
Thank you so much. So I wanted to have you on to tell us your story. You're local to the Kennett area. We recently have met because you and I are on the Kennett Area Senior Center board, and I was so excited to see a young, vibrant mom there. So that's what drew me to you. But before we get into that, can I ask, just tell me your story? How did you end up in, Kennett and doing good work?
Yeah, no, I'd love to share. So, as far as how I ended up in Kennett, in about 2015, I had started working at the Kennett Area YMCA. I was living just over the border in Hockessin, Delaware at the time. But that really kind of launched me into this community. I started just by teaching mostly kids, some adult classes at the local Y, worked my way up to being the family program director shortly before COVID. And I was obviously building and growing my own family at that time. And just something I gravitated to the Kennett community because of everyone I was meeting, the opportunities up here. There's just a lot of character in the area, wherever you look, culturally, through the people, through the activities, through the food. And I kind of knew this is where I wanted my kids to go to school. So I decided to root deeper into Kennett. I ended up going through a few different family changes and hardships of my own. So right before COVID, I got a house in Kennett because I wanted my kids to be in the school district. And after COVID, I had swapped from working at the YMCA to eventually finding my position at Good Samaritan Services, where I currently am. And at Good Sam, we help the homeless and those facing poverty in Chester and Lancaster County. The people that I work with are local in our community. These are the same people that I've been able to love on all these years since starting back at the Y. And I can continue to help them and empathize with them and get them all the help that they need, partially because some of our stories are aligned. Only difference was I had a support system and they didn't.
You said something there that I used to say a lot when I worked in the senior industry is, love on people. I love that.
That's what we're meant to do, right? We all got to love on each other.
Good. Yes. Yes. So what is your role at Good Sam?
Currently, I am the community development coordinator specifically for Kennett and Chester County, which means that I do a lot of networking in the area, helping bring awareness to Good Sam, the house that we have here in Kennett, as well as what we do throughout the entire county, the programs that we offer. And I also help with some of the events that are happening. So if anyone's ever looking for something fun to do, I always think it's better to sign up for an event that's also helping a nonprofit or other people within your community stay kind of local. So you could always go to our webpage and see what events that we're doing. I've got a 5K running series coming up here in Kennett. I partnered with Unionville High School on that one as well. So there's going to be a Halloween howler in October, the turkey trot from Unionville in November, and in December we'll have the reindeer dash, all locally here. So, and it'll help fund not only Good Sam, it'll help out the softball baseball team for Unionville, and at all three races we will be collecting non-perishables to donate to CACS, our local community cupboard.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I do good once when you could do it 3 times.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And do you get to dress up too for all of those runs?
Oh, please. Even if the flyer didn't say that.
You had me dress up. I mean, I love costumes.
it's a holiday event, like bring the kids. Oh, and if you love your dog, the Halloween Howler has a 1 mile option and you can sign your dog up too. And I would hope and expect that all of you are dressed up for that, even the four-legged furry friends.
Oh, that's awesome. I wish my dog was a little bit more inclined to socialize. COVID hurt her. Like she was isolated. And now whenever she sees a dog, it's like, it's very exciting.
Ah,
She
okay.
she really wants to have a lot of friends, but so, but that I think we might be able to train for a mile with her. That could
Well, if
work.
you do, I got the race for you.
I love it. So you're always like looking to connect and network and you're looking for good people to volunteer. Like there's a lot of opportunities to do that.
Absolutely. So whether you're an individual or a group organization, we've got small things that you could do around the house at any of our locations, whether it's cleaning or just kind of upkeep, maintenance, painting around the house.
Okay.
We put together goodie bags and baskets. Anyone that comes into our program, it's important to us that we're able to give them items of their own, right? Because so many people have lost so many things. So we put together welcome baskets for them, and our volunteers will help do that. You're welcome to come in if there's a service that you feel you can give to those that we're helping. We can oftentimes coordinate whether you want to bring a meal that's, homemade and cooked, or sometimes local church groups, if they have men's, women's groups, they just want to do a little bit of an outreach. We, again, like I said, try to coordinate, bring in whoever we can. So like baseline help when it comes to doing stuff with nonprofits, I always suggest social media. Like us, follow
Mhm.
us. It's the simplest thing. Do shout outs, make positive comments on our activities and what we're doing. Then
Okay.
go a step further. Come into our house, come into one of our activities. You could also volunteer at one of the races. I still need some more volunteers for that. And on up. I mean, holiday drives, the people in our community who are most in need are oftentimes within our programs. So if you want to give them gifts at Christmas, do donation drives as a business, an organization, an individual, we accept it all. We want to help people find their way of connecting and help, right? So I
Mhm.
can't train your heart to have a heart for others, but if you already have that heart, let's work together and see how that fits in and what you can do.
Great. Great. Well, I do plan on providing the website so people can easily find you, but you're on Instagram and Facebook too.
Yes, all the
Okay, so
social.
very easy.
Yes.
Good. Good. Well, they are certainly lucky to have you, and we're lucky to have you in our community. I also, kind of started at the Y when my kids were little, and I know that that's such a great organization. But to, be able to keep you in the community and to be able to share your heart with others that are in need is a really cool thing. I mean, I can just see that in you, that passion, and I know you have a full house, so you're doing a lot. You've
I
got
do.
many, many girls in your home. So you're a mother, and you're also a giver. Tell me a little bit about your passion for joining the senior center. What was that? Why did you decide to kind of lean into a board opportunity there?
Yeah. So growing up, I was the youngest of six kids, and my mom, I would say, definitely inspired this part of me. All of growing up, watching her, she was so inviting to people in the community, whether they were coming into our home or we were out at events. She was always the one in the middle of the crowd. Like she never wanted to be on a stage, but she would give her time to anyone. And as a kid, I didn't appreciate that. I was pulling at her arm like, Mom, let's go. Come on, right? Um, but in later years, as I reflect on it, she genuinely was giving one of the biggest gifts we can possibly give someone, and that is our time. That is the most fleeting. We never get it back. And she listened. She cared. She cared for her own parents within our home as they were aging. I didn't I wasn't old enough really to get to know them prior to their passing, but everything she would teach me, I knew it came from that love of her parents, that time that she could have with them, what she poured into them. And her parents were older even when she was born because she was the youngest of five. And it seemed like my mom just always had this connection to older generations,
Mhm.
and kids. I mean, she could connect with anyone, but having that respect, that appreciation for where they've been, the stories that they have to give, it's priceless. And coming into my own community and having worked at the Y, seeing those generations come in and now realizing my parents are entering into those generations, I value them so much. Why wouldn't I value everyone else around them? Like
Mhm.
I think they're at times forgotten because it's like, well, they had their time, they did their thing, and what else do they have to give? They have so much to give. The amount of knowledge I've had from stories, the laughter and sharing of those stories, like every life, whether it's the first day of being born or their last day before they go, it's worth living. It's valuable, and we should be making the most of life that we possibly can. So I definitely say my heart for it was instilled by my mom, but then my own walk in life and the few challenges I've already faced, and I'm sure there will be more. Um, I just, it goes back to that appreciation. I want to appreciate every day. I want to live it to its fullest. And there's so many things that we get hung up or worried on or don't consider, and that don't matter. What matters
Mhm.
is our relationships, how we're working together and building together and moving forward together. So that's why when I learned about the opportunity to be on the senior center board, I knew I wanted to be a part of that community and helping it grow. And as my mom had shown me through her actions to invest in everybody, I hope to be that same um, person for my own kids. So I look
Mhm.
forward to events at the senior center and having my kids go with me. They already know I'm in the middle of the crowds. They're trying to also get me at home. They're like, Mom, we want
Right.
to eat, we want to go play. Like, hold on, just one more. So they're getting a taste of it. Hopefully they grow up
Yeah.
to appreciate it, but only time will tell.
Yeah. Megan, I'm so excited to get to know you and to love on you. I think it's going to be pretty easy. You're a
Thank you.
good person doing good work. And yeah, my heart is just full hearing you speak really my language. I think we have a similar mom who's taught us similar things. And yeah, the senior center is definitely, I feel like they're my people, and I want to share the light that they show me, with the rest of the community. And for me, it is also a part of taking care of, our founding people. It's like they're just our founders, and it's like giving them light and love and the ability to share their beautiful stories, like you said, too. So I'm excited to do that work with you. Thank you for spending time with me. It was too short. I like to keep these short, but it was too short for me. So I would love to have you back, and we can talk some more, maybe more about life and what we're learning from what we're doing in the community. But I appreciate all the work that you are doing for this beautiful community of Kennett Square. And I look forward to supporting all that you're doing too. So,
Thank you so much, Tasha.
yay, good stuff. And we will be posting all of the opportunities to work with you through volunteering at Good Samaritan, and maybe also some of the work we'll be doing at the Senior Center.
Wonderful. Can't wait.
Thanks so much for joining me, Megan. Talk to you soon.
Bye.